Can you travel to Slovakia with diabetes? Sure. Slovakia is a really cool place to visit, a little country tucked into inland Europe full of mountains and sights to see and things to do. Be smart and be careful, and diabetes won't stop you. I'm still Jeremy and I still have type 1 diabetes, but I travel all over the world. Here's my personal blood sugar report from 7 days in Slovakia. First of all, the quick stats. I checked my blood sugar 36 times over the 7 days. The readings ranged from 44, twice, to a high of 308. The average was 161, which is much better than it was in the last country, the Czech Republic. Rather than highs, my problem in Slovakia was lows, if anything. Some of the highs were from overcorrecting lows. That, plus the fact that I was really focused on improving my numbers, and the fact that Slovakia is a fun place to be outside and active in, are what brought the average down. Here are a couple of diabetes-related stories from my time in Slovakia. My very first reading after crossing the border into Slovakia, on board the train from the Czech Republic, was 100 even. That was a good sign, and it set the tone in Slovakia. And in fact, for the next 24 hours, wandering around the capital of Bratislava, all my readings were under 200. The hours of walking around to see the sights, like the festive rainy Christmas market, this was December, and the misty Danube River, the master class I put on in graceful ice skating, and the public Humalog injections, all added up to a very good day of readings. It only got out of hand when I was 194 in mid-afternoon and took a shot and had some apple strudel. Maybe a little bit too much insulin, because before dinner, which was lasagna and beer, I was only 107 and the Humalog was still in me. So I waited until the end of the meal to take my shot. Could have used another unit or two, I guess. Otherwise, things were pretty good, even on the train between the high and low Tatras mountain ranges that stretch across Slovakia. My time in the town of Levoča was defined by ups and downs, but a lot more lows than I usually get. I was 44 when we arrived. A hamburger and fries made it 208, and then I was 57 the next morning. Over the next couple days, I had readings of 65, 44, 56, and 64. Part of that was too much insulin, and part of it was exercise, like hiking up to Spiš Castle.
Spiš Castle.
Spiš Castle.
Spiš Castle.
It's only a model.
Shh.
It was worth it. The clear air and the views were awesome, even if it was closed. I also had 2 121s in a row on this day. Stress is maybe my number one blood sugar killer, generally, and one day on a series of cable cars up to Slovakia's highest point, Lomnický štít, I was walloped. The day started out a little high. I can see the diabetic sleepiness in my eyes in this image taken on the way up. But with some of the best mountain views in Central Europe all around me, I didn't really mind. At the top, there's a little building where you can walk around outside and look down into Slovakia and also get tea and cake. I took a decent shot and prepared for the trip back down. But the cable car got stuck as soon as it left, and in the little small enclosed space, packed with other tourists, we all dangled above the snowy mountainside for about an hour and a half. Very claustrophobic. It was very unnerving. And by the time we made it down to the next leg, I was 308. All from stress. I took a corrective shot as we made it to the ground level and rode a train to Košice. Too much, in fact. Otherwise, things mostly worked well in Slovakia for my diabetes. Rather than high 200s and 300s like I'd been having too often, I was generally below 200, which allowed me to better appreciate and enjoy the wooden churches of Kalna Roztoka, the sparse solitude of Humenne on a day off, and the charms of walled-in Levoča. Slovakia overall was a surprise. It has reliable infrastructure, all sorts of out-of-the-way hidden places to check out, and there's charm everywhere. Well, almost everywhere. And great food, whether you're looking for excellent local cuisine or just some cheap backpacker fare. Slovakia is especially handy if you're looking for some cookies suitable for low blood sugar. I mean, come on. If you go to Slovakia, you'll love it. Just be smart about diabetes, always know what's happening with your blood sugars, and you'll have an even better time. Thanks for watching. Next will be Hungary, where my blood sugar control took a slight turn for the worse. Check out my other videos for travel tips, stories from my own travels, and my experiences as a type 1 diabetic wanderer. Don't let diabetes stop you from doing anything. See you on the road.